Well, it's time for the big Black Friday sale. Over at Big Orange, we got all the deals here for you covered, plus a bonus item as well. Let's jump into it. First, we're going to go through the flyer, and then I'll talk about the bonus stuff, all right? But first, let's talk about today's sponsor. All right, folks, I'll be honest with you. I've put this off for far too long. It's time for me to get in shape, and I realized, with the upcoming Montana winter, it's not exactly always a beautiful sky out there. Sometimes I can't be outside. In fact, for a lot of the winter, I can't. And that's where Averon comes in with the Averon treadmill here. It's not your average stare at the wall kind of thing. This thing's actually fun. Right here on this screen, I can race, I can walk through scenic countrysides. I can also compete against my friends if I want. You can work up a real sweat with this thing. Averon's all about gamified workouts. It uses the same psychology that keeps you hooked on games, but you get moving. It gets you involved. It gets you hooked on it, honestly. It's built to keep you coming back and not, collecting dust. And the treadmill itself, rock solid. It's got this Cloud Strike deck that absorbs impact, a super low profile for stability, and this 22-inch screen that makes it feel like you're in an arcade, not a workout. You can stream shows, take guided classes, or just do your own thing. So yeah, if you've been meaning to start taking your health seriously, check out Averon. Don't just work out, game it out. Check out my links down below. All right, let's get into the deals. So here we are in the Home Depot Black Friday deals flyer, and they're starting off hard with the Ryobi. This is your one and done kit. If you're a DIYer or a homeowner and you just want to get started in tools, Ryobi's got you covered. I mean, they got about one of everything. In fact, they usually have 7 of everything, and I'm not exaggerating, especially when it comes to weed whackers. But that said, that's the benefit of the Ryobi platform. They've kept the same battery for years, and they pretty much have, if there's a tool that needs to be done, they've got a power tool version of it, and it's just great for the homeowner and the budget DIYer. And this, as I said, it's the one and done deal. You're going to get yourself your circ saw, your drill, your impact, your multi-tool, and your your two-handed recip saw. You're going to get 2 bats, the charger, and a flashlight on top of it. That's pretty much everything you're going to need to get started, all right? Let's keep going. Now, this starts November 6th through the 26th, so this has actually been going on while supplies last. They laugh. Anyway, we got the LED. These are the pre-lit jumbo bulbs because remember, I like big bulbs and I cannot lie. Big bulbs are where it's at. That's classic Christmas as far as I'm concerned. Gotta go get those. All right, I don't know if they're the C9s or not, but they look good from here. We got the HDX tubs. These are your classic totes, 27-gallon in the yellow and red, or yellow and black, and the red and black. So that's nice to see. You got the options. We got the $50 6'5" pre-lit LED Christmas tree in multicolor. That's a nice little super simple, easy Christmas tree. Maybe I should get one of those for the shop. What do you guys say? It would look good over in the corner and have to make space for it. We got the Energizer batteries coming in for $18.87. Over on the left-hand side there, we got it. We got the Power Cube. This is the classic tool cube that we see coming out from everybody these days. And this is going to get you kind of, again, it's just like the Ryobi. It's a great DIY level. It pretty much covers everything in the spectrum that you're going to need. I mean, it's not all the minutia and all the specialty tools, but for the basics, this is a one-and-done solution for under $100. $99, a $725 value, said no one. Ring camera, I'm not a fan of Ring. If you want to do Ring, that's on you. We got a light bar and a light stand here. That looks really similar to some of the stuff we've been talking about on Deals of the Week. Coming in at $25. We got ladders, a nice good size here, 22-inch reach, MPX aluminum ladder type IA there, coming in down from $289 to $189. Then back on the right-hand side, we got DeWalt, Rigid, and Milwaukee. Love to see some Rigid back on the sales because we were about to put them on a milk carton as far as how the sales were concerned. They just hadn't been showing up. Notice no Makita though. Anyway, let's keep going. We got the Atomic, which is my favorite line from DeWalt. It's almost 12 volt size at 20 volt power, so you're getting the best of both worlds with that. Rigid, we got the Nailer coming in $179, and then one of the best combos there, and that is the Milwaukee, the M12 fuel line there. You're getting the drill driver, the impact, and the 2 amp and the 4 amp hour battery, and a correction there. That is the hammer drill with that. That is the combo you want. All right, and we got some appliances down here. LG, GE. We got the ultra fast combo washer here as well, and the washing machine there coming in at $568. The LG, that's a decent French door style, refrigerator there. But I gotta tell you, the GE, bang for the buck, they're killing it. This year we redid all the appliances in our kitchen, and I priced them all separately. I looked around, I looked for everything. And at the end of the day, we went GE for everything because bang for the buck, that's where it's at. It's got to be GE, and the quality too. Is bang for the buck quality and reliability. It's GE's winning that race right now. All right, let's go over to page 2, and we got some Christmas stuff here. We got some wreaths and some laurels and stuff. We got the 150 light LED vintage mini set. If you like to go small, I mean, hey, if you're a small guy, I get it. It's on you. We got Frosty and his family out front for $100. I never liked these twisty kind of stylized Christmas lights. I never liked that. The candy cane's coming in at $20. Then we got the 7.5 pre-lit LED with the color changing lights coming in at $200. Hop on down here. We got the skeletal reindeer. That's all right. Then we got the clips for your outdoor lighting. More clips. We got some HDX outdoor extension cords. We got the 12-foot coming in at $12.88 and the 75-foot coming in at $24.88. Let's keep going here. We got the ladder, the Werner ladder coming in at just under $60 for a 6-foot step ladder. And remember, this is a good ladder. I knew your real ladder wasn't there. He went and got milk, never came back. But your step ladder is always there to help you rise above, right? All right, let's keep going. All right, on the next page, we've got the exclusive Jackson Noble fur. Look at it. It's so noble. Just looking at him, he looks noble. We got 4 different options here coming in at 4 different price points: $199, $299, $499, and $799 for the big boy 12-foot. The $199 is coming at 7.5. Then we got another 7.5, the quick set. That's the kind that pops up like an umbrella, I believe. And then the 9-foot LED as well coming in at $450. Free delivery on fresh cut Christmas trees. I'm sorry, I don't do fresh cut in the house anymore. It is just, I picked up too many needles, killed too many vacuums in my time. That's just not me. All right, then we got the inflatables, or as we like to call them, paintball targets, coming in at $30 there for the pre-lit Santa, Frosty, and I guess it's not Rudolph, one of Rudolph's cousins there. We got the Grinch, I don't remember Olaf, that's it, Olaf, and of course, one of the Minions coming in $45. Make your holidays bright with LED lights, $484, $598, $784, and $1498 on the 300-piece LED. Let's forget that. This is the one right here. This is your warm, large bulb coming in at $784. Remember, keep Christmas right. It's got to be big bulbs. It's just the way it is. It's the law. I'm pretty sure they passed a law, right? That's the whole thing Congress was holding out for. The Democrats didn't want big bulbs. The Republicans like, you got to have big bulbs. And finally, the Democrats compromised and said, fine, you can have big bulbs. It's just a joke, people. Don't read more into it. Just a joke. All right, let's keep going here. We got Ryobi, the battery combo here. You're looking at a 2-pack one, 18 volt. You're in the 2 amp hour and the 4 amp hour. It includes 2 batteries, and they've got the blower with the battery and the charger coming in at $149. And then you get one free of these selected power tools. You can get the fan, nice little fan. Weed eater, of course, they got good weeders. We got the recip saw, the multi-tool, the impact. They call it an impact driver. That's an impact wrench, brother. All day long, I know an impact wrench from a driver when I look at one. And the router. I'm going to say avoid the router. Okay, I think the impact wrench is probably it's not the super high torque Ryobi. Okay, this is kind of like a mid torque, but for free, that's a pretty good one. Especially if you're going for that one and done combo. This is a nice little add-on there. Or maybe get the fan. Maybe you're someplace down south and you still need those. It's cool enough at where I am. We got the bits. I'm not a big fan of Ryobi bits. They're not terrible, but they're not Bosch. We got the Ryobi drill driver. This is kind of like, you keep in the kitchen or you loan out to friends, that kind of stuff. We got the vac here coming in for basically $50. Then we got the double combo, the drill driver and the impact with the battery and the charger coming in for $100. This right here, the Ryobi Link Speed Bench, that's a nice piece of equipment coming in down from $200 to $179. We got the blower. You're going to see a lot of blower kits like this Christmas coming in for $100. That's going to be kind of standard, kind of a prelude. We got Lowe's coming up next, so if you want to check out the Lowe's video, just wait for that. Make sure you're subscribed. But we're going to see more of that $99 blower kit combo here. And then we got the pole saw, decent pole saw coming in at $100 as well. All right, over on page 2, we got Milwaukee. Check this out. We got the buy one, get one here, the BOGOs. And we got the battery kit, the 2-pack M18. You get the 5 amp hour battery kit with that. And you're getting 2 of those with the charger for $200. Or you can get the fuel kit. Now, this is the big boy, full top-of-the-line professional fuel kit, all right? You're getting the hammer drill, the impact driver, 2 batteries, charger, and the case. All of that for $400. And they're going to chuck in here for free. You're going to get the multi-tool, $150 value, the blower, $200 value, another battery, $199. That might be the call right there. Although this Sawzall, this recip right here with the fuel, that's a pretty good deal right there, $229. I know a lot of people have this inflator. It's like, in fact, everyone I know around here seems to have that inflator. It must be standard. I guess they didn't issue mine when I moved into town, but everyone else has one. So that is, take that for what it's worth. And then we got the jigsaw, $229. I think it's an okay jigsaw. It's not a right home and tell the folks about it kind of jigsaw. It's just all right. We got the nailer on the left. This is the 18 gauge brad nailer coming in tool only, $279. And then the Packout system. This is the surprise, because we're getting the base roller, we're getting the 2-drawer, and then we're getting the organizer up top coming in down from $380 to $290. Now, every year all these companies do the tower. They do the 3-piece tower of your basic modular tool storage system. And Milwaukee, got known for doing sub $300 around Black Friday. And then as inflation happened, even though they told you it didn't happen, it did, because we saw it go above 300, wouldn't go below 300. So now we're seeing it back below 300. They've changed out some stuff, but honestly, that drawer system is worth more than the mid-level box, if I'm not mistaken. That's a great deal right there on that. And I got to tell you, so Home Depot, full disclosure, did send me the Packout system, because, Milwaukee's not going to be brave enough to send me anything. They're afraid of us for some reason. And anyway, let's take a closer look at it, because we got some real interesting combos here for it. So this is the Packout system here, and it's got the 3-drawer system. I really like it because it's got this latching system here. So that comes off and allows you access, but they're still latched. But then that locks on. So what's in the back of a truck, even if it bounces around a ton, it's not going to come out, and you can put a padlock on it. But the best thing about the Packout system is the huge breadth of people making all sorts of cool stuff for it. Like, I don't know, how about 3D printed accessories like an M12 charger or charger lock-on that locks right on the top. We've got a can for your soda that locks right on the top. We've got a battery adapter for not the Milwaukee batteries of all things. And we got the tray here, so you can just take little parts and throw them in there. Like little parts like this here. You just take them and you chuck them in the tray, and then they don't fall out because we've embedded magnets in it. All right, and if you want to get really cutesy, how about this? We got for you the mini. I kid you not. It is, if I'm putting it in the right way, there we go. It's a tight fit on this one. There we go. So that's not coming out. We got the mini milk crate. All right. Here's the can holder going in there. We got the M12 adapter as well. That goes in there. And then, because someone reached out to me and they're like, you know what everyone has? Because we've been making socket trays and stuff. They're like, you know what every mechanic has in their drawer? It's not a tool. It's a can of you-know-what. And yes, as a matter of fact, it does lock right in to your system there. And you can just pop the top right off, get what you need out of it. But then, also, my favorite add-on to this are these things. That is the tray system from Dirt Church. They 3D print this. Then it comes as a kit. You bolt these together. You put it on here. I got to tell you, this thing is absolutely awesome. You can throw all sorts of stuff you're working on up in there. It's not going to slide out. It's not going to go anywhere. You can take your tools. I got my Kleins here. Throw them up there. They're not going anywhere. So if you're on the job site, you got to check them out. Dirt Church. It's just a couple guys out of well, we like to call it Western Idaho. I think they're in Eastern Oregon. So just working out of their garage. Great folks. Talked about them before. They did send me these wings, and we're going to do a whole separate video on it. But I wanted to get it out here as far as the deal, because if you're getting this Packout system, definitely look in the wings. I'll put a link to Dirt Church. As I said, I bought their stuff before. Then they found out about me, and they said, "Hey, can we send you this?" I'm like, "Sure, brother. We can." I would love to showcase these. They're just one of those small companies I really like to support. All right, let's get back to the deals. Coming at $290. What a price on that one. Then we got some of the Milwaukee hand tools. We got the straight jaw tongue and groove pliers there coming in at, was it $19.97 for any of these? You got the framers, the rafter square, framer square coming in here at $19.97 again. We got the screwdrivers, we got the fastback utility knives, and a couple of the tape measures. Pretty good tape measures. I know everyone in town, again, pretty much has that fastback utility knife. That's kind of the go-to around here. Oh, real quick, I wanted to mention that all the filament I used to produce this is in these Toolbox Pro colors. All right, so they're color matched. I'm gonna do a whole separate video on this as well. I also have another channel called 3D Print Rancher. You can go check out if you want to follow 3D printing stuff. But they've got it in Milwaukee red, DeWalt yellow, Makita green, rigid orange. They just came out with Ryobi greenish, kind of a cobalt blue there. And then they came out with Coyote brown, which, don't get me wrong, I love Coyote brown. I ain't seen too many toolboxes in Coyote brown. But I'm happy they got it, all right? And also, they're based in North Dakota. So if you want a made in the USA, kind of, filament for all the accessories and stuff you're making, these are the guys to talk to. And the printer I used to print these on was the Bamboo Lab A1 3D printer here. Base model is $279. If you want it with the color combo, it is $379. That's a Black Friday sale as well. All right, keeping back to the deals, we got DeWalt here. DeWalt's coming in with their buy one, get one. They got all the BOGOs going on. So you get the battery combo, or you get the two tool with battery combo, either $119 or $319, in your choice of the weed whacker, the blower, the circ saw, or the jigsaw. Now this is an excellent jigsaw. It really is. I would probably go with the jigsaw, although the circ saw would be a reasonable choice as well. Probably not the blower. There's usually other sales that will happen with that. Will get those down in price. Then we got their tower of power, if you will. This is the DeWalt Tough System 2.0. Actually a great system, really underrated by most people, coming in at $250, $396 for their full tower. That's a great deal. Chalk line at $13.97, DeWalt screwdriver $13.97. We got the big boy roofing nailer coming in at $369, and the DeWalt utility knives. You know what? I had that DeWalt knife, not the utility knife, the other one. I don't know where I walked off to. Decent little knife. I was surprised. For a $20 knife, it was pretty good quality. I liked it there. All right, let's keep going. Then we're going to jump over here. Husky. Again, talk about surprises. Let's talk about these Husky racks. These are heavy-duty racks for $200. That's an insane deal. Now, it's one rack is $200. You're not getting both racks. Don't get greedy now. But that's a great deal on those racks. I'm looking to move the 3D printers. I got to make more room still. So we might be buying some of those to put those on. But check this out. How about this? The 5-tier storage tote system here for $150. We got the classic 9-drawer 18. I would pass on that. For $350, now there's better deals out there. I'm sorry, there are. We got the floor jack, 3-ton floor jack for $150. That's on par with the Pittsburgh. Let's come over here and talk about the tool storage, though. $498 on the 52-inch. That's not a bad deal. $548. For the home gamer, that's a lot of storage in one package for $548. That's a great deal. And if you really want to step up, this is a pretty nice cart here for $898 right there. This is a 52-inch, 15-drawer, heavy-duty steel tool chest there for under $900. All right, then we got some Husky hand tools. I'm trying to think of anything to write home about here. We got the ratcheting combination wrench set for $25. You're going to be hard-pressed to find a ratcheting set at that price. Nice little pry bars for $25. The hex key set, yeah, okay. And then we got their the slightly bigger, more robust mechanics tool set in the cubes form factor there for $169. All right, then we got more appliances here. We got the GE electric range. This might actually be the one I have. Let me see here. Is this the? I think mine has the convection oven built in, but still a good deal here. If you know what you're looking for, I did a whole video earlier this year on the GE appliances. I can't recommend them enough. Although I would say this, I'm not a big fan of the in-the-door dispenser. Now ours is you have to open the door and reach inside, but that gets all those mechanics and stuff out of the door that swings back and forth all the time, and ice gets caught. And it doesn't matter who makes it. That's an issue across the board. If you can, bypass the indoor. I know it's super convenient, but if you want long-term reliability, you got to say no to that. All right, let's keep going here. More appliances. I'm not going to go through each and every one of them. You can pause the video if you want to, if you're looking for appliances. These days, I mean, other than this, friends don't let friends buy Samsung. We don't buy, say it, no Samsung. No. Unless it's the bespoke series. The bespoke series is a whole nother thing. If you want to spend that kind of money, then get the bespoke series. Everything else, nah. You're going to lose your money. Odds are. Now, there's always going to be one person who said, I bought a Ford Pinto and it never blew up. That was my family. Doesn't mean you should buy a Ford Pinto, okay? The numbers, you're playing a numbers game, don't buy Samsung. All right, Samsung phones, great. Samsung TVs, awesome. Samsung appliances, not a chance. All right, LG. LG is kind of a mid kind of thing. They've got some decent stuff. They've had some issues. Some of the stuff's better than others. I did a bunch of research, and my own money, when it came to buying stuff, I bought GE. So you do you on that one. The washer and dryer system here. Now this is not a bad deal right here. We got the GE appliance washer dryer system. It's the top load with the front load for the dryer. It's good looking. It's got all the latest conveniences and everything, and it's going to be more reliable because again, front load. They look cool. They're convenient in a lot of cases. Long-term reliability is not there. Ask any technician. Ring them up. Call 100 of them because I did. The front load is not where it's at, okay? And let's keep going, except in one case, and then I'm going to tell you about the one I've got because I think they probably have it down here. And that is, and this is one of the exceptions, it's these all-in-one systems. If you get one of the all-in-one systems, all of them are actually pretty decent. They take a lot more maintenance, though. Okay, you have to clean them meticulously. You have to post a schedule that, okay, and this, after this many hours I do this, after this many hours I do this, once a month I clean the whole thing. If you can stay with that and you've got a limited space, that one and done is great. We got one. It was a part of a sponsored deal. My wife loves it. She absolutely loves it because she can throw a load in and go and do everything. She doesn't have to watch her phone and be like, I have to be back in an hour to swap the laundry. It doesn't ever swap because it's a one and done kind of situation. All right, let's keep going. Ignore my Highland cows and 3D printers over here. Looking at Christmas gifts. All right, let's keep going. We got the deals for the pros. The rest of you can't get these. You got to be a pro or at least pretend you're a pro. Go up and sign up at the desk and then you can have the deals. Non-contact electrical tester for $20 and with an outlet tester for $25. Not a bad deal there. We got more ladders coming in at $7.98. The hole saw kit. This is a great kit at $30. Definitely get that if you're looking for one. Scaffolding for $200. We got on the job here, wet tile saw from Rigid. Not a bad deal there at $150. I know a lot of people who like this Husky combo painter's tool there, coming in at $8. Yada, yada, yada. All right, let's see what we got next. Online only. Okay, it's all housewares kind of stuff. Who's buying this thing? Do any of you have this? Do people actually buy these pods? Anyway, Serta Queen. Don't get a Serta. Get a Brooklyn bedding. Use the code Den of Tools. Fantastic. I've slept on everything else. Get the Brooklyn bedding. And then we're in store and ready to pick up today. Vicini. I've never even heard of Vicini. This is the first time hearing. I know nothing about these people. Ninja is okay. I know this thing right here should just be called a pizza oven because that's all people use it for. It's so low and slim. It's a pizza oven. It flips up, gets out of the way. But it does a great job for what it does. Dirt Devil, that's okay. Shark, I'm a Shark fanboy at this point, and they've earned it. I'm not just rooting rah just because. They've really earned it. And then we got the old classic Stanley tape measure here, Powerlock 25-inch. Then we got the DeWalt, are these the Atomic? Anyway, the DeWalt tape measures, decent tape measures. I love the DeWalt bits at $10. Buy them all as far as I'm concerned. We got the construction jack there for a quick adjusting kind of stuff if you want to get that kind of millimeter level adjustments. Great for installing doors and cabinets, stuff like that, coming in for $100. The rigid vac, don't get the rigid vac, guys. get the DeWalt. Rigid they had their time. They haven't kept up with it. It's not the same stuff. The Genie garage door, fantastic for the price. Really good. We got the dog bed. I bet the doggos love that. I haven't slept on it myself, though. Heated. If you're doing any of the outdoor activities, think about getting a heated seat there. That might be the option. And then we got the Omni light here. Those things are great. If you've got a garage or something like that where you can just plug one of these things in and you can adjust the pedals, different ways and stuff and get light where you need it, it's a great upgrade for $30. All right. That's a no-brainer kind of upgrade right there. All right, that is our Home Depot Black Friday sales flyer. If there's anything else you got questions about, put it down below. Remember, don't forget to check the links. I'll put a link to the flyer as well as a link to the Dirt Church kind of stuff. As far as these other items, I downloaded them from Maker World and 3D printed them. I didn't design, well, that's not true. I designed the dish over there. Maybe I'll post that up there at some point. Anyway, definitely check it out. I'll put the link to the 3D printers and to the filament that we used. Great stuff there. Anyway, if you like what we do here, go ahead and chomp the old like button, smash that subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.